Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh again. So, I'm just going to give some guidelines on how to have a proper friendship. So, this is because of a mistake I realized in my last video, which was deprogramming LGBTQ. Again, this is just a reminder this is a reprogramming series that's supposed to go hand in hand with my deprogramming series. What happens if you only watch the reprogramming or only watch the deprogramming is number one, either you're gonna get no program for that specific topic, or number two, you're gonna get two programs, and when you end up in a situation where you have to pick a side, then you're gonna end up picking the easier one, which is probably gonna be the more destructive one. Okay, enough of that. That was intro. So, we learned in the LGBTQ video that I made that okay, so the whole problem in the whole LGBTQ thing is number one, it's violating God's commands, like straight up out, okay? And number two, it's starting bad relationships, okay? That's just a fact, okay? Inappropriate relationships. And at the end of the video, you'll notice I made a mistake there. I said we need to reprogram it with its polar opposite, aka strong marriage between man and womankind, if that makes sense. So that's where my mistake lied. Um, the whole thing is not about marriage. Because if you think about it, even if the LGBTQ people decided that, okay, we're going to have strong marriages, the whole problem with them is bringing the same gender into a married relationship. Okay, that's wrong. The whole thing that they have to fix is proper friendships. Okay, and this is actually a genre of life that is really, really just getting eliminated. I did a project about this in my fine art survey class, where basically everything is just turning into okay, it's either he loves her, or she loves him, or she loves her, or he loves him. There's no such thing as like friendship anymore, if you get what I'm saying. And that's why I'm going to tell you the golden rule of friendship. Okay, when you are a friend with someone, you have zero, zero physical attraction to them. Zero. You cannot befriend somebody because you have a physical attraction. And if you think that I mean like, okay, well, there's a popular kid that I think she's pretty and I just want to be her friend, like just a friend, then like that's wrong. No, of course that's not wrong. Physical attraction, when I say that word, I mean physical attraction that could lead to marriage. That's why you'll notice that we also say in our in Islam, you can't be friends with a boy because there is going to be physical attraction in there. And that's the whole thing, okay? You cannot have physical attraction in a friendship. Otherwise, that friendship is more than a friendship. And we're trying to eliminate more than a friendship that's not marriage. So I'm going to show you something, okay? Imagine I have a bar here, okay, from here, this hand, to this hand, okay? Now, from here to here, you're friends. From here to here, this is the gray zone. And from here to here, you're married. This gray zone is a very dangerous zone. Because number one, if it's a girl and a girl, that's haram, and that's like qawmulut. Okay? And if it's a guy and a girl, that's still haram, because that means a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Your friendships are supposed to stay between here and here. There's no gray zone. You're either a friend or that's your husband slash wife. Okay? You get what I'm saying? I hope you do. So we have to reprogram friendship in a way that it can never lead to marriage. That's it. Okay? Friendship is supposed to be where basically I feel your happiness, I feel your pain. It's all mental. Okay? If you're sad, she makes me happy. That's nothing to do with physical attraction. And that's literally it. That's all I want to tell you. The only guideline to having a friendship, I'm not talking about how to maintain a friendship. That would be like, okay, you can't have an ulterior motive, like, no, just befriending them because they're rich and, oh, let's be, that friend that siphons all their wealth, okay? I'm talking about the guideline to having a friendship, okay? Zero physical attraction, all mental, okay? And you'll notice in the Prophet's life, especially, like, there's some things that they would do that obviously right nowadays they'd be like, oh my gosh, are they gay or whatever? Like, it's amazing how nowadays even Muslims are scared of this, and I'm like, you really don't need to be. Muslims are not gay, no matter what. If somebody's gay, they're not a Muslim. Khalas. Okay? Like, for example, it was Eid, and you know how everyone hugs on Eid. There were these two kids, like, oh my gosh, like those two guys, are they hugging like too close? Like, well, what if they're? And I was like, oh my gosh, are they serious? Okay, and that's why I say we need to start literally hugging more. Okay, because of the whole LGBTQ thing, then we've started to have these guidelines for ourselves. Okay, that okay, yeah, you're not supposed to go too close to anybody, and it started to become a very like I wouldn't say mean, but a very antisocial socializing. Like, I'm not joking. Like, people won't hug anymore because they're like, oh, don't hug me, don't hug me. That's weird. Okay, I'm like, you don't have to do that. That's I mean, I don't hug people, but I'm just saying I saw other people do that, and I really felt bad for them. I was like, yeah, they're just trying to be good friends, and then they're getting that as a response. So really, we don't need to be worried about that because alhamdulillah we have Islam. Okay, it's a perfect religion. But for all of y'all, then yeah, who's watching, to have proper friendships, because friendships are so fun if you have a good one. Okay, but if it ends up in that gray zone that I talked about, it'll just end up bad. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Ma salama.